Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Historians. As always, I am your host, Dr. Big Money Winchester, and I'm here with tenured university professor and multi-platinum rapper, the prolific, specific Pacific Islander.
Actually, you can call me Joseph. Thanks.
Thanks, Joseph. Today we're going to talk about a rapper whose career never really got off the ground, but he just wanted to be heard. He is the father of horrorcore. Jack the Rapper. Now, nowadays, horrorcore is mostly performed by a bunch of clowns, but this guy was serious business.
Always find one to kill. So you suckers better recognize the skill.
Growing up in West Virginia, Jack the Rapper developed an innovative new genre of horrorcore, but he had nowhere to perform it. So he devised of an innovative way for people to find his music. Isn't that right, Joseph?
I mean, this guy would kill people and leave his mixtapes by the bodies. I mean, you want to talk about guerrilla marketing? This guy had it down to a T. You want to talk about target demographics? This guy, he had college kids, 18 to 35 of both genders, who happened to take a stroll down to the docks in the middle of the night. I mean, he was getting them, like literally getting them, and it's a miracle that we were able to listen to some of his work, because the cops released it in preparation for this national manhunt. And I mean, I know he was a serial killer and all that, but he had some bars. This guy, he had some bars.
The problem with Jack the Rapper's mixtape strategy was that his mixtapes always ended up in an evidence locker. So this got Jack the Rapper increasingly more angry. And what he eventually decided to do was put his list of demands, wrap it into a mixtape, and send that directly to the media.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never seen anybody rap a manifesto before. That's some next level shit.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, harder,
No attempts to kill me have only made me stronger. Give in to my demands now, I won't make much longer. 80 million unmarked bills now, this could get so much wronger. You got till Tuesday night now, this the last time I warn ya.
Perhaps you could say that the biggest misdirection that Jack the Rapper took in his career was printing his address on the mixtape he sent into the media. Isn't that right, Joseph?
Yeah, I remember that night so well. I was at a house party, like across the lake from where they were doing this thing, and all of a sudden I'm like grinding up on this chick, and then I hear gunshots, and I started freaking out. I mean, I'm a multi-platinum artist. I can't be getting shot, but it wasn't in the house. It was across the lake. So we all stopped what we were doing, and we looked outside, and it looked like straight Baghdad over there. I mean, I was seeing bullets going off. I think I saw 2 helicopters, police boats. It was nuts. It looked like Baghdad, and like all of a sudden we heard this loud explosion, and the whole house was just engulfed in flames.
Forensic investigators reported that the fire burned so hot that night that no one in the house was able to be identified by their dental records. But the good news is that it'll only be 15 more years before we can file a Freedom of Information request and gain access to all the mixtapes. And that's really great, right, Joseph?
Yeah, I mean, the streets, they can't wait for this. Like, rappers these days, they should be signing record contracts with the FBI, because they make sure nothing leaks. And this thing comes out in like 15 years, it's gonna be fire, it's gonna be flames, it's gonna be nuts. And I'm trying to get on it. You know, I want to be on that album when it comes out. I want to have a guest verse, but it's I'm just gonna have to wait like the rest of the world, right? And that's just the legacy that Jack the Rapper left. You ever seen the movie The Ring, like the Japanese version? That's based on his life. It's nuts. This guy he's an icon, and nobody knows what his real name is. But he's the voice of rap in 15 years.
This has been another installment of Hip Hop Historians. Join us next time where we talk about a different breed of rapper. We all know rappers who just don't give a fuck. But what do you do when there's a rapper that's so apathetic that he doesn't even bother to feed himself?
I mean, I'm all about not giving a fuck, but sometimes you just gotta give a fuck, for sustenance and shit.
Until next time, I got a main bitch, got a mistress, a couple girlfriends. I'm so hood rich. Good night.
Woo!